And good evening everyone. Welcome back to Helsinki. And as you can see, the flag is flying today. We are celebrating Finnish Nature Day today. And it's a brand new, quite new flag day in Finland. I think it has been something like 3 years now, maybe 4th time this year that we are celebrating Nature Day in Finland. And here's the view. We are right now in Töölö. Olympic Stadium is that way, and this is the football stadium right there. And we have a vomiting Shrek here. This is interesting art. So as you might remember, you can apply as an artist and paint your own electric cabin if you want. So Helsingin Energia, the company that is like running the business, electricity business here, they can give you a permit if you want to paint your own art to these electric boxes. So hello, Alan is tuning in, DJ, hello. I hope you are doing well tonight. And as you can see, the evening is quite pleasant right now in Helsinki. And temperature is about, let's say, 19 or even 20 degrees right now. So it's a little bit warmer than usual. Maria, good evening. Welcome. So right now we are near Mannerheimintie, and they are renovating Mannerheimintie, and they are also doing these side streets as well. So here's the new side street, and if I saw correct, there was a bicycle sign also. So I think this will be a one-way street, but there will be a two-way street for cyclists. So that's really nice. Yes, that was Bolt Arena over there, a football arena, and behind that Olympic Stadium. Gabriel, hello, good evening. Yes, we are just starting tonight's walk, and the evening is really pleasant. And as you probably read from the title, my plan is to go towards Sibelius Park tonight, and I think we see the Sibelius monument tonight, and then after that we will be walking towards city center. I think they are fixing the heating systems at the same time with the Mannerheimintie renovation. I bet there must be old heat pipes or maybe water pipes. I think the oldest sewer line in Mannerheimintie was from 1800s and it was the first time now when they renovated it and repaired it. Ooh. That's a nice view. So many Finnish flags flying. I think they take down the flags around 8 p.m. So usually it is flag flying time in Finland is between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. But it's now 7:30, so we get to see some flags. Gabriel, I commuted today and I was using my traditional number 10 tram, and it was one of those older trams, and I think it had some problem because the wheels of the tram were spinning like crazy, and I don't know if it was the driver who didn't know how to drive or use the tram, or was it some sort of technical problem in that tram. But I was for a moment a bit scared that I have to change the trams if the one I was using breaks down. But luckily it worked, and I was able to start the live stream just in time. I can't remember what this area is, because it might be a park or a schoolyard or something like that, but they are... Oh, here's the sign. Linnankosken puisto, so it's a park area. And once again, total renovation of that park. So quite a lot going on in Töölö. But I always say that it is a good sign that city is renovating parks and streets, because they are like investments, and you don't make investments if you don't believe in it. So that's why if you see investments like that, it's a good sign. And what are these guys doing? What kind of performance is this? Maybe they are having a bachelor party. looks that way. Sorry.
Nyt tulee.
Maybe we move on because I don't want to get too much attention when I'm live streaming. There is always a little bit of risk when drunk people are involved. Yeah, there is a Finland against Sweden athletics match going on the Olympic Stadium, and I think there is quite a lot of people watching that match. So it's a tradition that once a year Finland competes against Sweden, and usually Sweden wins, but there is always a second place for Finland. Ooh, that must be some Finnish design product, because those lamps are 490 euros per each. So that's quite expensive. I don't recognize the designer. Could it be Tunnel or someone like that? Maybe. But the price is quite high. And yes, Paralympic Games are also going on, and I think Finland has better chances of getting medals from Paralympic Games than the actual Olympics. We are getting there. Almost in Sibelius Park right now. Yes, Jean Sibelius is our national composer, and I think every Finn like at least some of his music. So I think it's like a question like I mean, it's like obvious thing that you like Sibelius, because you hear him from your childhood onwards, if you can say that. But yes, I like Sibelius as well. So the Sibelius Park area is not 100% finished right now. There are some fences still over there, but I think most of the park is already open, and that's why I wanted to see it tonight. And at least I have seen some tourist buses already, which is a good indicator that that the park is open and you can visit the monument. Let's see. So this is a totally new thing. Before the renovation they didn't have this kind of like square in front of the park. And right here we have a little bit of parking space for those buses. And I think this sign might be a new one. And as you can see, the Sibelius Park is quite big, and Mäkelininkatu street goes right through it. And right now we are standing here in the middle. So let's see what it says. The Sibelius Park is an old 19th century villa area that has been gradually transformed into a park since the early 20th century. Okay. And the park got its current name in 1945 in honor of the 80th anniversary of composer Jean Sibelius. The Sibelius monument was unveiled in the park in 1967, and sculptor Eila Hiltunen's piece is currently one of Helsinki's most popular sites. And there is the old villa that used to be here. And here you can see that now there is only a stone foundation of that villa left, and it is right here. So there's the monument, and that's the foundation of villa. And this is an interesting thing. I didn't know this, that there is a President Mauno Koivisto's 60th anniversary memorial birch grove in this park. I think where it is. Oh, it's right here, like on the southern end of the park. All right, now we know something new, and we can dive deeper into the park. Oh yes, this looks so much better. So much better than before. Those walking paths look really nice. There is even a little bridge over the water. Because before this side of the park was a bit like a forest type of thing. It didn't look like a park area at all. And I think many people thought that this area is not a part of Sibelius Park at all. But now it looks really good. Here it is, the main event. Sibelius Monument by Eila Hiltunen, 1967. And it is a part of Helsinki Art Museum collection. And there you can see Eila Hiltunen herself in front of the memorial the day after its inauguration on September 8, 1967. So here are some interesting facts about the Sibelius monument itself. So like I said, it was dedicated for composer Jean Sibelius, and it is a sculpture by Eila Hiltunen, unveiled in 1967, and it has more than 600 hollow steel pipes. And those pipes are welded together, and the weight is 24 tons, and it is one of the most visited monument in Helsinki. Okay. Here you go. And here's another photo you might want to see. This is the inauguration and unveiling of the monument, and there is Eila Hiltunen standing with President Urho Kekkonen. So Kekkonen was the one who inaugurated this monument back in '67. And of course we have to take a look under it. This is the view everyone wants to see. There you go. And sometimes people ask, is it okay to come here under the pipes? And yes, it is okay. I think it was meant, or Eila Hiltunen meant it that way, that people can come under. And here are some details of the pipes. This all is welded. And as you can see, the monument itself is abstract, and when it was unveiled there was a fierce public debate that the monument doesn't respect Sibelius, and many people wanted to have a traditional sculpture of Sibelius, and the debate was so intense that Eila Hiltunen had to add this face of Jean Sibelius right here. So this was not the part of the original plan. And some say that those welding marks represent northern lights, and the shape of the sculpture itself represent northern lights, and that might be the case. There is something similar to northern lights in it, but it is not sure if Eila Hiltunen thought it that way. Yeah, it's a bit windy today, but I can't hear anything, so because the wind is blowing from the sea, and I don't think that those pipes capture the wind very well. I can't hear any humming noise or something like that. Yes, Alan. Here you can see the floodlights, and I think it is now better lit than before. Those look brand new to me. So yes, it is really nice looking in nighttime as well, thanks to those lights. And I don't want to stay too long there because of course people want to photograph the monument. Yes, the boy was very happy to test the monument. Let's see the sign one more time, if there's any interesting facts that I missed. Yes, here it says that the competition gained immense publicity. The conflict between the supporters of abstract and figurative art was in the air, but it was solved by adding Sibelius' bust to Hiltunen's work. So that's what I was saying a minute ago. And it is one of those works that was not loved and admired at first, but I think there is no one left who thinks that this isn't a good monument to commemorate Sibelius anymore. There seems to be some frisbee golf baskets in the park nowadays. So a little bit of exercise if you want to throw your frisbee in the park area while visiting the monument. Last night we had quite heavy rain coming, and that's why there are still some puddles left. And I think there is a little bit of rain going on the north, but I checked the weather app before I started this walk, and it said that there shouldn't be any rain coming to Helsinki tonight. But I'm having my umbrella with me because you never know. Yeah, some of the clouds look a bit like apocalyptic in a way. But I think it's because the sea right now is quite warm, and that's why those kind of clouds appear. Hello, Lakeside girl, welcome. And yes, or some foggy mornings already. There's a little hint of autumn coming. Regatta seems to be open. Let's take a look. Very traditional and well-known Cafe Regatta. rent a kayak from here. How much does it cost? So single kayak 1 hour is 25 euros and supports are also 25 euros per 1 hour, and not that bad. Ooh, Lada. And it has a parking disc. That's nice. Okay, it's still open until 21. Maybe we should take something. Do they have any hot drinks? Dark roast coffee, light roast coffee is a little bit cheaper, €2.70, and maybe we could take a coffee to go. Let's see. Where is my wallet? Oh, I can pay with my phone. Terve. Saisinko kahvin, kiitos? Tumma, kiitti. Yes, kiitos. Yes, coffee without cake tonight. So let's sit here for a moment. Ooh, the wind is really picking up. So everyone, that was Cafe Regatta, and I ordered a regular coffee, and it was dark roast and a little bit of milk in it. So that's it. And face reveal. I hope you can hear me because the wind is blowing quite hard right now. But here it is. 8 p.m. and a little bit of coffee. I don't know if it's a good idea, but here we go. I think they sell mostly coffee and some cinnamon rolls here. I didn't see any like really good pieces of cake, but the coffee is good. Well, I think I want to walk because it's getting a little bit cold here because of the wind. And now it's a case of balancing act because I have my phone on the other hand and coffee on the other. The limousine of the house. Very traditional Lada. You don't see Ladas anymore in Finland. When I was a kid in 1990s, Lada was quite popular car because it was quite cheap, and of course Finland was not that wealthy nation back then. But I have to say the coffee was quite cheap, only 2.70, and we have to remember that this is one of the like most famous tourist attractions in Helsinki. So in that sense it is surprisingly cheap coffee. I was expecting something like 5 or 6 euros. Yeah, I think Lakeside Girl, it is true that we are record holders in coffee drinking. Okay. It's end of the summer parties. In Finland we call them venetsialaiset. And I think venetsialaiset is quite popular celebration, especially on the west coast of Finland, because I grew up in Lakeland or Saimaa area of Finland, and when I was growing up I didn't know what venetsialaiset is, but I think nowadays venetsialaiset is celebrated all over Finland. And it's like a end of the cottage season. Okay, Bolt. Thank you for stopping by. Helsinki has some plans that they want to renovate this park area as well, and they want to make a pathway going along the shore. So that's nice to see what they come up with that idea. So cottage season basically means that because Finns have a lot of summer cottages and they usually use those cottages only during summer, and in winter they don't spend any time there, and that's why in late August or early September it's like a celebration of end of that season just before winter time. And if you remember when we took this walk from Munkkiniemi to Lauttasaari, and so you can make the whole round trip around the Seurasaaren-Selkä Bay area, and right now we are here on the other side of that route. So it is called Seurasaaren-Selkä Waterfront Trail. And now we have to make a little bit of decisions where to go next, because that way is Hietaniemi and Hietaniemi Cemetery and also Hietaniemi Beach. I think we might want to go through the cemetery area, because if I remember right, the gates of the cemetery are open until 22, so we should be able to walk through that cemetery area. And yes, cottage is like a summer home for Finns. And some people of course call it cabin, but I think cottage is more used in Finland. I mean the word cottage. Mini golf track seems to be open. In the middle of summer, this area is like a party area because young people usually come here to have their parties, but now the schools have started already, so not that much young people spending their time here now. Yes, Alan, we will be quiet, no talking when we are walking through the cemetery. But maybe we can say hello to the old presidents. I think they are cool dudes and don't mind if we visit their resting places. So this area is like a wasteland right now, but like I said, city has some plans to make it like a proper park area, and then you can walk along the shoreline all the way to Töölö, back to Töölö from here. And I think they were proposing some ideas of hotels and some spa type of building to here, but I don't know if those propositions will be a real thing. Yes, Gabriel, Hietaniemi is sounded. So that's right. One of the biggest cemeteries in Finland, and a lot of famous people also resting there, politicians and artists and other famous people. So, and yes, I think Alvar Aalto is also there, but I can't remember where his grave is, but I think it's there. And there is actually a map online, available online, and you can check the famous people and find their graves with that map. Okay, last sips of the coffee. It is getting cold already. So let's find a trash can so I can get rid of this cup. Yeah, there are still some people spending time on the beach. Some scary looking clouds coming. I'm happy that I'm walking with my umbrella tonight. yes, we can always try to find some famous people on the cemetery. Let's go. At least because there is a section called the Artist Hill, and it is a like hill dedicated to famous artists, so from there it's quite easy to spot famous people. But like I said, the cemetery itself is quite large, so usually you have to know where to go if you want to find someone's grave. And there is a trash bin. I think I need 2 hands. One moment, please. And our walk continues. Now that I have coffee in my system, so last night was quite magical. I came home around 10 p.m. and it was still 23 degrees Celsius. So it was super warm evening and a little bit like moist. Air was like moisty. So it felt like a Mediterranean evening. You know how it feels in southern Europe when evenings are really warm and there is a little bit of moist in the air. And yesterday it was the exact same feeling here, and it was like it is super rare that we have this warm evenings in late August. After all, it is almost September. And right now it's getting a little bit darker, so switch the 1x lens so you can see a little bit better. Oh yes, the gates are still open. Yeah, hot and humid, that's right. Yesterday evening was hot and humid. Oh, here it is. Hietaniemen hautausmaa in Finnish. Hietaniemi Cemetery. And there's the map. And right now we are here. And we will walk through the cemetery towards city center. And this is the Artist Hill area I was talking about. And here we will see the president's graves. And there is also Mannerheim's grave. Okay, let's go. Halloween evening will be quite spectacular here because then there is candles everywhere and it is quite magical sight. So entering to the presidential area, first the biggest stone is Kekkonen right here. And if we turn around, then we have this is Ahtisaari, and he died a year ago, approximately, little bit less than a year ago. So that's why he doesn't have a big stone yet. There is also only this like temporary stone, and I think there is now a competition going on who will be the sculpture of Ahtisaari stone. And here we have Mauno Koivisto. I really like the style of his stone. It's like a map with the golden little details. He died in 2017. And here are some older prime ministers actually. So this area is not only for presidents, but also you can find prime ministers from here. And this is Risto Ryti. Okay. Hietaniemi is a little bit of exception also in Finland. Many cemeteries are not like this, and because I think this is part of the city, and that's why they wanted to make it like a park area, so people can come here and walk through the cemetery. So Hietaniemi might be a little bit exceptional. If you go to some other smaller towns in Finland and find their cemeteries, they are not like this. And one reason might be that historically this cemetery is for or was for wealthier people, so that's why you see bigger stones and all those sculptures. Stones like that. think we take this route because the trees give a lot of shadow, so it's quite dark on the other or on the main alley of this cemetery. So this little alley is much more better. Thank you, Lakeside girl. I'm happy that you are enjoying my cemetery walk. What else can you do on a Saturday evening than walk on a cemetery? Hyvää iltaa, Sonja, welcome. Yes, this cemetery has great sea views. There's the sea and wind is blowing from there a little bit right now. Alright, more people tuning in. Raven, good evening, hyvää iltaa. We are walking Hietaniemi Cemetery right now and we are heading towards city center. So if you are tuning in right now, we saw the Sibelius monument earlier and then I took a cup of coffee from Regatta Cafe and now we are walking through the cemetery. Oh, there is a party going on Lapinlahti area. So on the other side of this bay, that's Lapinlahti, and it used to be like a sanatorium area, old hospital area, I mean. And nowadays it is like privately owned area, and you can. It's like a event venue. You can have parties and like stuff like that in there. Oh, they are singing Bella Ciao. Okay. Let's keep walking before it gets too dark. Yeah, I have always liked visiting old cemeteries because they indeed tell the story of a nation or a city. In this case, Hietaniemi actually tells the story of Finland because there are so many like politicians and people who have worked on the field of culture and education and stuff like that. Really, people who created Finland, let's put it that way, they are resting here, and that's why Hietaniemi is such a powerful place to visit. And of course you can always read the names and dates from the stones and think about what kind of life these people had. it's a quite nice contrast because you can hear the music from the other side of the bay, and it's like you are having a party in the middle of the cemetery. But I think people who live here don't mind hearing some music. So the gates will be closed at 10, so we have more than 1 hour left. So plenty of time to get out of here. And we can always swim away if the gates are closed. But I think there is a way to come out from here, even though the gates are closed. There must be. Yeah, we have a lot of apples and other berries this year in Finland. I think it's because the month of May was so warm and we had a lot of rain back then, so all the berries grew up very well this year. And if you visit Hietaniemi on All Hallows Eve, these steps will be full of candles. So this memorial is for people who are resting in some other place. So, for example, if you live in Helsinki and your relatives are resting somewhere else, you can bring your candle here. And there are some candles and flowers right now here. I think many Helsinki tour guides have a tour in this, or offer a tour in Hietaniemi Cemetery, but I don't know if there's any All Hallows Eve tours. But I think during Halloween time this cemetery is quite full of people, so it might be quite difficult to organize a tour during that time. But yes, many city guides will take you here and they offer tours, and they probably know all the famous people where they are, so you can ask them I want to see Alvar Aalto's grave, and then they will take you there. So this is where the artist hill begins. Oh, actually, we found him. This is the grave of Alvar Aalto. I didn't remember that his grave was here. And it is also the grave of Aino Marsioaalto and Elissa-aalto. So there you go. Born in 1898 and died in 1976. So let's take a look to the Artist Hill. And actually one grave I can probably show you is Tove Jansson's grave. And she's not on this hill but a little bit further away, but quite close anyway. So here you can see a lot of sculptures and also this like a lighthouse type of thing. I never remember who is buried here, but let's see if we can see any names. Anders Johan Nikolai Sjöman, chef för finska lots of Fyrväsendet 1895 and 1910. So yes, he was a chief of pilot and lighthouse administration or something like that. So hence the lighthouse headstone. It's quite massive headstone. And this type of lighthouse I think would be a little bit too much for me, but I like the idea that there is some reference to lighthouses. It could be a little bit smaller lighthouse or something like a picture of lighthouse or something like that. That would be more like for me. And these are all those artist graves. Yeah, I've always thought that cemeteries are soothing to visit. They are not scary for me at all. It's just like celebrating the life of those people. And there is, for example, Pertti Pasanen, quite famous Finn. But let's see if we can find Tove Jansson grave or their family grave. I might remember where it is because I looked it up a couple of weeks ago. I was planning to create a video about Tove Jansson's Helsinki, and I would like to show some places that were meaningful for Tove Jansson, and that's why I checked the grave place or where the grave is. I think it was this one. Oh, it's getting dark. But let's see if we can find it. I might be totally wrong where it is, but we can always try to find it. Because when you see it, it's quite easy to spot, because there is a small sculpture by his father, Victor Jansson. Oh, I think we find it. Okay, there it is. So it says Victor Jansson on this side and Signe Hammarsten Jansson. So Victor Jansson was Tove Jansson's father and Signe was her mother, and they are all resting here. And if we go to the other side of the stone, then we will find her name right here. So there's Tove Jansson and some flowers, and sometimes you can see even some and Moomin figures, and there are actually two of them right there. So people bring little Moomin figures to Tove Jansson's grave, and this little sculpture on the top of the stone is made by Victor Jansson. Victor Jansson, her father, was a sculptor, and you can see and find many of his sculptures in Helsinki, and this is one of those sculptures. Okay. Yes, I think it's part of the life to think about your own death, because it's something that is inevitable and there is nothing unnatural about it. That's the chapel. And there is a sign that says hautahaku.fi. So this is the site from where you can check where people are buried. And yes, gates are still open. We made it. The cemetery area is quite quiet. It is surprisingly quiet because all these big streets are right next to it, but you can barely hear the cars in the cemetery area. Yeah, we are surrounded by the city once again. So talking about big contrasts. First we see the cemetery and now we are going to see some people partying. Let's walk via Bana. Oh my goodness. Such a scary big dog. And a little bit smaller one here. Oh yes, really pleasant evening. This is my favorite spot on Bana because you can see the old Jugend style building or Art Nouveau style building, and then there are some newer buildings right next to it, and there's Bana going through the city. So if you don't know, this Bana is the first of Bana network in Helsinki. It's like a so-called cycling highway network in the city, and this area used to be an old train track area, and nowadays it's for people, and you can cycle or walk here. And Bana takes you to the Oodi Central Library of Helsinki. the counter says that only 25 cyclists today. I think the counter is not working properly because there must be much more cyclists going from here. So yes, the number doesn't change. Yeah, so the counter is broken. Yes, Bana is really silent. All those tall walls around us. You can barely hear the city. Okay, do you want to go all the way to Mannerheimintie, or should we take the stairs and go right towards Kamppi area? Maybe we can go all the way to Mannerheimintie and then we continue towards south, because the evening is so pleasant and I want to keep walking for a while. Yes, the street names are visible on the bridges, so you know which street you are passing by. And yes, Raven, this is an old rail line. There used to be tracks here, and it was a rail line that went around the city center, and now there is almost none of it left, because we don't have trains in the city center anymore. And yes, I need to charge my phone in a minute. I have 35% left. So I once again plug out the microphone and start charging my phone. But I'm hoping that I have my cable with me in my backpack. But yes, soon we have to charge my phone. Thank you, Lakeside Girl, for tuning in, and I hope your dogs are doing well, and I'll see you soon. And if I'm still live when you come back, please tune in. Yes, it was a big thing when this Bana was redesigned and opened for cycling and pedestrians only, because I think it was early 2000s, maybe 1999 or 2000 when this was opened. And back then Helsinki was not a cycling city in a way, so there was a big debate if you can do or make this type of street only for pedestrians and cyclists. And it was a big thing because now we know that it was the right decision, and we are making this type of cycling highways all over the city right now. And actually they renovated this tunnel this year, and now it has new lights. Really nice looking tunnel. And it was also part of the Mannerheimintie renovation. I think I can show you the new Kaisantunneli, the Kaisa tunnel. That is also only for cycling and pedestrians. It's the Kaisantunneli is the new tunnel that goes underneath the railway station. It's one of those destinations I have been wanting to show you so long, but I think now we have a real chance to go there. It's right there, not far away. And it is really important tunnel because it connects Bana and eastern parts of Helsinki. So cycling like from east to west or west to east is now a lot more like easier to cycle east to west or west to east. And this is Kiasma right here. Nice lights. in Helsinki we are finally believing that like saying that if you make infra for cyclists, the cyclists will come. So that's like a rule that there must be a good infrastructure for cycling, and then there will be cyclists using it. And as you can see, it's Saturday evening and we have seen quite many cyclists already. And here you can see another important thing. The cyclists have right of way in this intersection. There is this little sign right here that tells you that car drivers and even the buses have to yield for the cycling traffic. So that's really important, so you don't have to wait in this intersection. But of course you have to be careful always, but you have right of way as a cyclist to go through like this. And these type of decisions are really important, because it's always the small things that matter the most when it comes to cycling, and how easy it is to cycle. And now we are entering the Kaisantunneli. As you can see, there is a cycling path on the left side and this area for pedestrians on right side. And right now we are going under the train tracks and under the railway station. And here you can see there is also parking spaces for bikes, quite a lot of them. And of course right now it's Saturday evening, so not so many bikes stored here. But on weekdays when people are commuting, many people want to use this bike park. From here you can connect to LL Square. Yeah, there is an elevator that takes you back up. And here's a little bit of information. So here's the railway station, and right now we are under the tracks, and that's the bike park area. And Sonja asked about the Kruunuvuorenranta bridge. Yes, the bridge will be only for trams and pedestrians and bikes, so no car traffic there. Oh, come on. The kid left a little rock on the bike track, so I'm gonna remove it because it sucks if someone rides there and falls down. But yes, the new bridge will be only for trams and pedestrians and bikes. So that's another big deal in Helsinki, because the old style of design was that of course there will be lanes for cars, but not in this case. And yes, that was the tunnel. And actually here you can hear and see that there is also an audio guide. So if you have for example, blind people, they can hear where the starting point of the tunnel is. Yeah, that's the sound. I think they are called audio beacons or something like that, and they help people to navigate if you have disabilities. There you can see trains coming to the station and the tunnel entrance. So yes, pretty neat tunnel and really easy to ride because it's not that steep and you don't need like an electric bike or something like that to get up. So the hill is not too steep for normal cyclists. And Alan asked is there a speed limit that scooter should pass? Yes, there is a speed limit in Finland. It's 25 kilometers per hour, but as always there might be some scooters that go way faster than that. But those are of course illegal scooters, but some people have those and they ride like maniacs. I think a couple of weeks ago there was a news story or news article in Helsingin Sanomat, and someone had filmed a scooter on Kehä 1, so it's like a highway, Kehä 1, and the scooter was doing something like 80 kilometers per hour in the middle of car traffic. So that was pretty scary. And I think people don't really care if they use those scooters like that, and they don't care about their own lives or anyone else's safety. And actually right now police in Helsinki is like having this team that they want to take out all those illegal scooters from the traffic, and I think they have like handed hundreds of tickets this week. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's like this. In Finnish it's called tehovalvonta. So they are like choosing a team, and now they are striking against those illegal scooters. Maybe we should go through the train station. I think that's always nice place to see. Yes, Alan, that's right. Crackdown on scooters. That's what they are doing right now in Helsinki. Because this summer has been fatal for at least 3 scooter drivers or riders, and 3 people has lost their lives during this summer, and that's why authorities are taking this scooter issue more seriously right now, and that's why the police is cracking down the scooters. And I think it's a good thing, because it is really wild how people use those e-scooters, and especially those scooters you can rent, and they are riding like crazy. And I think at the moment Ministry of Transport is planning some new regulations also, so there will be more strict laws for using those scooters next summer, coming next summer. So here's the train station, quite busy still. It's 9:30 already. All the trains seems to be on time. There was one delay only. And now entering the main hall with these beautiful light fixtures by Tunnel. And actually I think this is the great place to plug in my phone, so we can have a little bit more of a walk. Switch. Now you have a little bit wider view. And hello, Yotar is tuning in from Japan. Welcome, good evening. I'm just gonna charge my phone a little bit because I want to keep walking for a while. And once again you will hear a popping sound because I'm removing my microphone from the phone. Right. Now we are charging and we can keep walking. Yes, the lights are really nice. Finnish design made for this building. Pull. Always pulling when you should push. That's a little bit misleading because first you have to pull and the second door you have to push. Oh no. What was going on? Yeah, a little shy face reveal. Okay, now we will see people partying. I think there should be quite a lot of people out tonight because it must be one of those last warm evenings of this summer. Actually, I'm charging my phone with my gimbal. There is a USB like outlet in the gimbal, so I can plug my phone to gimbal and use the gimbal battery to charge the phone. So yes, it is like a power bank, but built in to the gimbal. I think that's a really nice touch from DJI to incorporate power bank into the gimbal itself, so you don't have to use external power bank. Stockmann, ladies and gentlemen. Now I know where I want to go. I want to see if we can still see Torni from Mannerheimintie, because is it still possible, or have they already built something in front of my beloved Torni building? Yes, we can still see Torni. It's right there behind the crane. Really nice lights all on Torni. Let's take a better look from here. Yeah, there it is. Can I zoom in a little bit? Oops, sorry. I'm struggling with my phone. Let's take 1x back, because 1x lens is better in low light conditions. And yes, Sonia, Stockmann is still open. I think it's doing a little bit better financially right now. Because the Stockmann company has been selling their businesses, and I think they are now getting a little bit money for the department store, so they don't have to close the department store, at least for now. But yes, it's a shame that Stockmann is still doing not so good, but I think the situation is a little bit better right now. Yeah, the rooftop terrace of Torni is the place to be. It's called Atelier Bar. And actually I have been there only once this summer. Usually I want to visit it at least 3 or 4 times per summer. but it is open in winter as well, so you can see the view in winter as well. And yes, there will be a new building coming up, and the view from Mannerheimintie will be blocked. But I think we have at least 1 year until there will be the new building, so we can enjoy this rare occasion that you can see Torni from Mannerheimintie. There's the Moomin flagship store. I think the new building will be an office building and probably some restaurants and shops on the lower levels. But if you remember the building they demolished, the new one will be just like that. A little bit more modern, but from the outside, for me, to my eye, it looks almost the same. So nothing crazy architecture coming up. It's quite regular office building. Okay. Passage only to the property. So let's go to the other side. Oh, this is a pleasant view. It looks like something from Southern Europe, but it is Helsinki after all. Yeah, the new building won't be that tall, so it won't block the views from Torni, and that is a good, of course, good thing. It's about the same height as the old one, so no worries that the great views of Torni will be blocked.
Mennäänkö sit tohon istuu?
Yes, a lot of trees for Marie. You are welcome. Oh yes, we can check Haavis Amanda. She's back as you might remember, Haavis Amanda statue was under renovation and under conserving, what is the word? But you know what I mean. She was away more than 1 year and now she is back and the fountain should be working again. So maybe we can check that. There's some police activity going on. Probably nothing serious. Let's see if they want to stop someone. Yeah, it was for conservation. It's funny how some words in English are so hard to pronounce. Yeah, she is back. The most famous lady in Helsinki, Haavis Amanda, representing Helsinki rising up from the sea. So did you know the backstory of Haavis Amanda? It's a statue by Ville Wahlgren, and she was made in Paris, France, and originally it was planned that she will stay in Paris somewhere in some park area in Paris, but she was shipped to Helsinki and she represents Helsinki rising from the sea. There is Kappeli restaurant, looking nice and fresh. Yes, Alan, thank you. Amanda was away for restoration and conservation. That's right. And there she is right now. Do we have a fellow live streamer? No, I think she's just recording. You don't see that many live streamers in Helsinki. It's a bit shame because I think if there was more live streaming going on in Helsinki, our channels would be bigger and we all would get a bigger audience. But anyway, there she is. And you can see that the surface of the statue is like a little bit like polished right now. And the people of the art museum said that this is the color and the structure and texture of the statue as it was in the early 1900s when it was made. So here we can see the Haavis Amanda as it was back then. And yes, that's the main point of conversation. Conservation, that's what I meant. looking really nice. As a kid, you always had to do this. The water is quite warm. That sounded like an explosion. I don't know if you could hear that, but it was a loud bang coming from somewhere. Hopefully nothing serious. No, it was not a thunder, probably a motorbike or some sort of exhaust pipe banging. Alright, we have a light. Okay. Where to next? Do you have any places you would like to see somewhere near? And I'm not accepting answers that require walking very far, but I think we could see the Allas sea pool at least, and then walk back via Aleksanderinkatu, something like that. Oh yes, the new hotel. Thank you. Sonja, thank you very much. That's something I would like to see, because the new hotel on Katajanokka should be open or opening soon. I already saw some social media posts about the new hotel. So I think they are just about to open it. So let's go see how it looks right now. So I'm talking about the Sokos Hotel Pier 4. That's the new Sokos Hotel on Katajanokka. And it is a wooden building. And it's also the headquarters of Stora Enso. Stop, because I want to read your comments. One moment please. The Churchill Gabriel, yes, we are going to see the Uspensky Cathedral, and Then we will walk towards Kruununhaka or Kruunhagen. Yes, I would say this is like a traditional loop we are going to walk, but it is a good loop. Oh, there are fireworks going on. Yeah, look at that. Maybe that was the banging noise. Oh no. A little bit of visible fireworks behind the buildings. I don't know what's the occasion. Suomenlinna ferry is coming. And there is a party boat. Yeah, probably copyright strike coming, but I don't care. We can edit it away afterwards. Yes, good to know that the loud bang was a fireworks, so nothing serious. Still going, the fireworks. Really loud banging. I would like to know what's the occasion for the fireworks. I have no idea what it is. Might be some end of summer parties going on. Look at that. It's a long firework, it's still going. Alright. I think it ended. Let's keep walking. is a little bit risky area because so much copyrighted music
Oh my.
around us. Let's go this way. The other route was quite crowded. That's Ferris wheel is still there. And that's the new hotel slash headquarters. And there is, I think there is already a Stora Enso sign on the right side of the building. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, it is not open yet. There is Helsinki for sign and oh no, I think they have blocked the street so we can't get that close. But I don't know where is the main entrance. Is it on the harbor side or this side? Let's see. There is someone. My goodness. That was a little bit speeding. I really can't understand people who like their cars so noisy. What's the point? There should be a fine for cars like that. I think the BMW driver just wanted to show off. Okay, this might be the main entrance. Yes, it says Pier 4 and Stora Enso right there. Oh, the doors are opening. There's no one there, but the doors are revolving and the doors are, some of the doors are opening. Let's take a look. Oh, there is people. Is it open already? Yeah, I think it might be already open. Yes, people going in. Are we brave enough? Okay, let's switch the camera so you can see the rear. Let's see if they kick us out. Yeah, it is open. There is Stora Enso reception, and on this side there is the hotel reception. Wow, look at that. Such a beautiful wooden structure. Moi! Saako kuvata vähän aikaa?
Kyllä, joo. Aulani on avointa tilaa, niin täällä saa kuvata niin paljon.
Kiitos paljon. Näytän mun katsojille, miten hieno tää rakennus on.
Loistavaa. Mahtavaa.
Yes, it is okay to film. I asked the receptionist. The lobby is open area for everyone, so we can enjoy this view right now. Wow. Excellent. Oh, this is like a bench, and there are some artwork, pieces of art there. And I might want to ask if the rooftop terrace is already open. But I don't think we are allowed to film there. Yeah, the guy said that really great view. I think the rooftop terrace is already open. I'll ask the lady if we can go there with the camera. Meantime, oh, really nice, beautiful design, have to say. I love how they use wood all over the place, and then there are some really nice colors on this furniture. And this is a cafe. Cafe Helli. And over there is an entrance to meeting rooms and event rooms, and there is also a restaurant. Oh yes, this is mesmerizing, really nice. Oh, I love the colors. Oh, that's nice. It says evolution. Sorry, my gimbal is acting up. One moment, please. Okay. Thumbs up. And the bench is really nice to sit. It is, of course, made of wood, but it feels so soft. it says, "Please take a seat on our circular bench while you await your Stora Enso host." Crafted from Finnish wood, this bench symbolizes something much greater, the never-ending cycle of renewable materials. Stora Enso has a rich history dating back to 1288, when the oldest known preserved share certificate in the world was issued. Some observers even consider Stora Enso to be the oldest limited liability company globally. So there is a little bit of message from Stora Enso. Yes, really relaxing music playing on the background. I think we have to visit the rooftop terrace some other time. Maybe we can do it in a way that I go there first and then I start live stream from there. And I think that's okay to do it like that way. Oh, sorry, I have to switch back to this. Yeah, now you can see a little bit better. There seems to be the gym part, probably for the hotel guests. Yes, I was a bit surprised that it was open already. At first I thought they were just night guards or some personnel sitting inside, but the hotel was open. This side is still under construction, so not much to see from here. Let's get back to towards Kruununhaka. Yeah, thank you Sonia for reminding us that this hotel exists. A really nice surprise to see it open already. think it was John who asked where the Nolly studios are. So it's right here. So this is like a long-term hotel, like apartments for long-term guests. Traffic lights are already off, so you have to be a little careful here. Some people like to drive very fast at night, so even though you have crosswalks and right of way, there might be some dangers. Okay, it seems quite expensive, the room price in the hotel. I think something like 130 or 150 is the like regular level of room prices in Helsinki right now. So it's a bit more expensive. And yes, there is Uspensky Cathedral on top of that hill. Uspensky. So we see the city view by night a little bit better. Let's go back. It is, after all, the highest point of this area. And yes, I covered the cathedral at least once in our previous walks, maybe even twice. But right now, of course, it is closed. People hanging out here. There you go. The image is a little bit blurry, so I checked that there is nothing on my lens right now. One moment. Yeah, I think it's now a little bit better. Let's take another look towards Kalasatama. You can already see the towers of Kalasatama from here. See the downstairs restaurant quite well, because it's like a greenhouse type of building. Yeah, that was Torni in the distance. Over here. Hello Mikael, welcome. We are exploring Helsinki by night. Relandersgrund down there. And Meritullinkatu street starts from there. And this is Pohjoisranta over here. Yeah, I think there are a couple of those restaurant ships near Pohjoisranta shore, but I don't know if there's any on southern side or on the other side near Market Square, right there. I think we can continue towards Kruunurata. Some young ladies wearing only their summer dresses. After all, it is getting a little bit colder right now. The wind is picking up, so I hope they don't feel cold. Yeah, this is really nice spot, even in the evening. No wonder why Tove Jansson came here to paint the city view. I'm checking my messages at the same time, so I don't want to walk while I'm watching my other phone. let's move on. I think we should go this way and then head towards the Senate Square. Raven, that sounds horrible. 37 degrees. It feels awful when we have 25 here, let alone 37. Let's see what's the temperature in Helsinki right now. So the weather app says it's 15 degrees, but I think it feels a little bit warmer. Usually my weather app is a little bit more pessimistic. My home meter always shows 1 or 2 degrees more. Is coming up. I already hear the music. The music came from the museum, so that was a little bit unexpected. But I think there is a restaurant right next door, the Helsinki City Museum, so that's why we heard the music from the museum corridor. we have reached 3-hour mark. I think this might be one of the longest live streams of this year. So I hope you have been enjoying this little walk around the city. We started from Töölö and then we went to Sibelius Park, saw Cafe Regatta, and then through Hietaniemi Cemetery towards downtown. And now we are right next to Aleksanterin katu, one of the main commercial streets of Helsinki. Oh yes, my favorite street. We almost passed it, but here it is. Actually, it's down there. Okay, let's go back. I'll show you my favorite street. But I honestly believe that my favorite street is even better during Christmas time, when there's a little bit of snow and all those Christmas decorations and Christmas lights going on. Yes, I'm starting to feel a little bit tired right now. So only one coffee and no other drinks or pastries, pieces of cake tonight. But I think we'll be fine. So here it is, Katariinan katu, and the tram is coming. That's perfect. We get the real shot from Helsinki. Is it honking? No, not this time. Yes, Hesburger is always an option if you start to feel tired. But I think there is a little bit of risk that if I eat a heavy meal from Hesburger, then I won't be sleeping tonight. So I think my plan is to find a tram and start heading towards home. Yes, Hesburger has vegetarian options as well, so no worries. And actually the vegetarian hamburger is quite good in Hesburger. I sometimes eat that. And let's see the timetable from the tram stop. And because I'm here, I have to change trams. As you know, my tram is number 10. I always use it. But 10 leaves from Mannerheimintie and goes through Mannerheimintie, so we have to switch trams if I don't want to walk all the way to Mannerheimintie. There is number 4 coming in 2 minutes. I think we will take that one. So I'll show you a little bit of tram ride. And that's how we end this live stream tonight. I'm gonna buy the ticket. So everyone, if you are new to my channel, now it's great time to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you can receive the notification when I'm live next time. Usually I'm doing this type of live content twice a month approximately, so you don't get that many notifications from me. And if you want to support my channel, there's always a possibility to hit the like button and give a thumbs up for this live stream. That way YouTube know that there is something watchable happening on my channel. And as always, thank you everyone for commenting and liking and subscribing. That really helps my channel to grow. And as I always say, the best part of live streaming is the interaction with you guys. So I really appreciate you commenting and supporting me, because that's why I'm creating this type of content, because I want to hear from you and hear from your perspective what you want to see from Helsinki and what is things you like. So here's number 4 coming. That is our tram. Ding! It is... Ooh, there is a nice empty tram. Okay. This is the backseat view of a tram in Helsinki. So once again, a face reveal. So thank you everyone for tuning in tonight and watching my live streams. I hope you enjoyed this one, and it's time to say good evening and goodbye. And I hope you have a great weekend. So one more view to Aleksanterin katu before we go. So that's it everyone. Have a great night. Bye bye.